Simply Elegant. Today I am going to show you how to prepare a super simple sweet and sour pork meal that'll take only 20 minutes or less. For this recipe you will need 2 bell peppers, jasmine rice, 2 cloves of garlic, some veggie stock or chicken stock concentrate, tablespoons of water, 2 green onions or scallions, some cornstarch, some soy sauce, some white wine vinegar, some sugar, some pork chops. We're going to start with the rice. So into a small or medium pot, you want to place 1.25 cups of some water, 1/4 cup of your jasmine rice, and a little bit of salt for seasoning. Just give that a gentle mix and we are going to place it on our stove and bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, then you are going to cover it and let it simmer for 15 minutes. Rice is coming up to a boil, so I am going to lower the heat to a low heat and place a lid. And let that simmer away for about 15 to 16 minutes. So now it is time to chop our veggies. So first we're going to start off with our bell pepper. What I like to do, an easy method so you don't have to deal with the seeds, is to cut on the edge like that and then just cut around the seeds, turning it as you go. One more little slice, and then you can cut the bottom to use that as well, and you have the entire seed cage, no seeds on the cutting board. So now you want to chop these into little dice cubes. So just cut it into strips. We're going to cut off the roots to our green onions and then just chop away into small pieces. Either finely chop the garlic, or I like to use a handheld grater and just grate the garlic. This helps make it so there's no big chunks of garlic. I love garlic, but not big chunks of it. And then it makes like a little paste. So now that our veggies are chopped and prepped, we are going to cut the pork into small bite-sized pieces. So what you want to do is just cut it into a strip, and then you want to just cut it into tiny pieces. I would say about 1 inch to 1/2 inch thick, just like that. Our meat is nice and cubed, so now we are going to add a few tablespoons of our cornstarch right into the meat. Now let's give it a toss in the cornstarch. We are going to heat up our pan on medium-high heat and drizzle in a little bit of olive oil. I am using about 2 tablespoons. So while that is heating up, we are going to make our sauce. So you first want to add 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. You want to add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. You want to add 1 tablespoon of your veggie stock concentrate, or you can use chicken stock concentrate as well. And last but not least, you want to add 1 tablespoon of your white wine vinegar. Give it all a nice mix, and your sauce is ready. I added the meat into the warmed up pan. You can hear it sizzling. We're gonna cook this for about 6 to 8 minutes. Make sure you just give it a stir every minute or so to ensure that all sides are being cooked. Our rice is still cooking away in the back. Our veggies and sauce are all chopped up and ready to go. So we just have to wait for the meat to finish cooking. Once this is done, we'll take it out of the pan, cook the veggies for a few minutes in the same pan, and then we'll put it all together. has fully cooked through. So now we are going to place it into a bowl. So just place it all into a little bowl. This smells delicious. Get up. Okay, so now you want to add another tablespoon or two of oil back into your pan, and then place all of your veggies. So your pepper, scallions, and your garlic. Put it all into the pan. And we're going to cook this for a few minutes until the pepper becomes nice and tender. It's cooked for about a minute or two. You want to add in your sauce. As you can see, the bottom of the pan, it's full of the cornstarch and pork from earlier. This is actually really good flavor that we don't want to lose. So by adding our vinegar and soy sauce, we are going to be able to deglaze the pan. So what you want to do is just scrub the bottom and get all of the flavors loose. Spoon or wooden spoon, whatever you may have on hand, and just scrub all of that wonderful flavor around with your veggies. And it comes out pretty easily too, once you deglaze the pan with your soy sauce and your vinegar. Once again, you just want to cook this through for another 3 to 4 minutes until the peppers are nice and cooked through. So the peppers have cooked for about 5 minutes. They are smelling nice and delicious. So now we're going to add our pork back into the pan. And give this another cook for about a minute or so, just to let all of the flavors infuse from the rice, from the white wine vinegar, and the soy sauce into the pork. Back. So the pork and the peppers are thoroughly cooked through. So I turned off the heat, and we're gonna get ready to eat this. So let me show you guys the rice. So the rice cooked for about 18 minutes on low heat. Just fluff it up. And look at how easy it was just to make rice. So now we're gonna plate everything. One trick that I want to show you guys is for nice presentation is to put all of your rice into a small bowl. Let me show you guys right there. So place some of your rice into a bowl or a ramekin or even a cup if you have a cup. So just put everything in there and sort of just smush everything down. Just like that. And then you want to take your plate, sit down, flip it around, and lift up. And you have a nice little presentation. Now we're going to add some of our pork and bell peppers and garlic, all of that deliciousness. A key to presentation, elegant presentation, is to make everything look very fancy and elegant. To plate things in a way that will really show off the food and all of the flavors in it. Now, I'm just going to add a little bit of parsley right on top. If you happen to save a little bit of your green parts of your scallion, you can add that on top as well. But voila! There is our meal. It took about 20 minutes to make. So let's try some of the pepper and the pork. Bursting with flavors. This is one healthy dish. I mean, we have peppers, we have pork. You can exchange the white rice for brown rice if you have that on hand. But either way, this is much healthier than going out to eat and getting like fast food, right? Thank you for once again joining me on Simply Elegant. I hope that you guys give this recipe a try, and as always, remember to keep things simple yet elegant. Bye!